I know, it looks like beer.
It looks like a tall boy.
All right.
Stevenson, day off, or is his hand still bothering him, or both?
It's all of everything that happened yesterday is still too early to know for sure how they're feeling today. So, but no, he was already not playing today, so it was easy decision because that was already the plan.
Were there X-rays on Stevenson or CES?
Yeah. Stevenson. Yeah, they're both negative. Yeah. Christian had there's an old fracture there, so they saw that, but they think it's just more of a pain, whatever he can play through at this point. So I don't know his availability yet for today.
Okay.
You mentioned the other day, Freedom might start midweek rehab. Is that
Yeah.
set? Is the date set on that?
I think Thursday. Oh wait, yeah, I think Thursday is the first day that he'll play in AAA. Yeah, but he's playing today. Yeah.
Today the day does the bunny?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. It was like something new every day, so I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah.
They did the velocity machine yesterday, and then live hitters bunting today. Is that?
He's playing in the game.
Oh,
they have
okay.
extended spring training games, so he's actually playing in the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unrestricted, or will he just be bunting? I'm sorry.
That's what I was saying to Gordon. Something new is being added in every day. I don't think he's taken full swings in the game yet today. I think it's more bunting.
That's what I was
Yeah.
The play that Elly made against Jankowski yesterday, it probably encapsulates, like, he has such a strong arm, and yet it feels like this year his throws have been with real precision, the right velocity, so it's the most catchable ball, but it beats the runner.
Yeah.
What have you seen in his maturation to be able to kind of dial it to just the right note?
Right. First thing is that had to be like one of the best plays of the year in all of baseball. I've only seen our games, but I'm just guessing, and I don't know that it's on the radar for that because he made it look so easy.
Right.
But if you look at who was running, the type of ball that was hit, the direction he had to go, and like you said, how much he got on the throw, but the accuracy. I mean, you add all that together, and I think it's one of the best plays I've seen. Besides all that, Elly did work on shortening his arm slot, so I think that's helped his accuracy a lot. That's one difference from last year. It wasn't that his throwing was off or anything last year, but it's just been better and easier for him to make plays because of the shortened arm slot.
How much of that came after the first week and a half of the season? He was having a few struggles up there.
The throwing, that was something he worked on all spring training. Like he was doing it in spring training. Like his throwing in spring training was, at least to me, was there was a significant improvement with his throwing. So
I know he works hard. I know he brings the same thing every day. But he looks like a different player the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, like, in all body language, the focus in the field. I mean, really everything.
Yeah.
Is there something there?
Yeah, I mean he's young, and he's it's just part of the process. It's like there's several other players throughout the minor leagues right now that are 21, 22, and A-ball and AA that are going through the same thing. But he's doing it at the major league level and doing it extremely well. Like he's developing exactly the way you would want him to.
But nothing that sparked.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about a week and a half. I would say that, some of the best players that have ever played the game, defensively, let's just talk defense, they go through defensive
Derek Jeter's
struggles. And, but even I'm talking about in the major leagues. You know, like guys that are Hall of Fame caliber defenders that have struggled in the field for longer than, and there's still going to be growing pains. Like it's still all part of the normal process, and that's why we look so close at how Elly is handling it, the work he's doing, his process to keep getting better and improving, and we're thrilled with all of that.
That play you've talked a couple times about who the runner was, and so Elly has to execute that play, but he also has to have the awareness, and that may come from like pregame, right? I mean, that may come from knowing the opponent, that Jankowski's one of the fastest guys on the team, so that's prep almost, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely prep, and then it's, it's the work, it's the prep, and then it's trusting yourself, and that's probably the part I'm happiest about when guys make plays like that, is they feel that they have the freedom to make plays. We really highly value that, and we're on the exchange for that is we have to be okay when there's mistakes or whatever you want to call them, where it can lead to being a little too aggressive. I would much rather have that than being tentative.
It's part of the arm swing change. There's throwing mechanics to get rid of it quicker.
Yeah, but it's more of he actually got rid of it quick enough. It was just more of it's just accuracy.
Okay.
It's like what pitchers do. They shorten they have all these drills to, like, most pitchers, not all of them are the same, but they like to have a shorter arm swing, and it's the same thing. It's more for accuracy.
I got you.
Yeah.
It just feels like he's getting rid of it quicker too. So
Yeah, I mean, I do think it probably has helped a little bit with that. That wasn't. Yeah, it was more just being able to feel like he can make any play and have a consistent arm slot that's shorter. Like even that play yesterday, it was a different throw, but it was still like shorter and compact. So
I thought that was one of the keys in that play, is how quick he got rid of it.
yeah, for sure. Yes.
So is it fair to say that that was kind of his top priority in spring and early this season, is to get us throwing?
From a defensive
I mean,
standpoint, there was a lot. That was one. There was. And it's true for all of our players, but I think it's just a little more magnified with Elly because he's young and he had the year that he had last year. But all our guys are working on every part of their defense, every part of their offense, constantly. It's just that we're going to see bigger leaps with Elly because of where he is in his development. He's in some ways still at the beginning of it.
Something that was referenced on the national show yesterday, they said when they spoke with you, you talked about wanting to see more aggressiveness from Will at the plate, without giving the game plan away. Like, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, I think I know what I said was last year he was at a similar point, and every hitter goes through it, but I think Will, it's even more important because he has such a great eye at the plate. He's very disciplined. And being able to trust that skill that he has, and still be like ready to hit, and be, in a mindset of being on the attack at the plate. That's what kind of clicked for him last year, and it's a similar point in the season this year where he made that tweak,
Right.
and it's going to be easier this year because he went through it last year. But I think it's going to be a tendency maybe. Because he's so good at not swinging at balls, he really is. That's a good skill.
And do you feel like, because you've put him there a lot lately, has he kind of settled at least for now into that leadoff spot for you?
Yeah, I mean, I like having Will there for a lot of reasons. So yeah, I mean, for now, that's what we're doing.